A new step in efforts to get ahead of growing deadly gun violence.
The nation's top doctor issued a first-of-its-kind advisory today declaring gun violence a national public health crisis that impacts the mental health of the country as a whole. He wants it to be treated accordingly, calling for a ban on automatic rifles, universal background checks, and to penalize people who fail to safely store their weapons.
The strategies that I've put forward are not only for Congress to consider, but for the public as well, because there are steps that we can take as individuals, as healthcare organizations, as community organizations to help address the toll the gun violence is taking on our communities.
He notes that firearms-related injuries have been the leading cause of death for U.S. children and adolescents since 2020, when it surpassed traffic accidents. So what does this announcement mean for Kansas?
KSN's Craig Andrus talked to police and community members who want this to bring more resources to fight violent crime with guns. It's new at 10.
Yes, the Wichita Police Chief says it's too early to see if we will get more resources from this announcement down here at the local level. But both the chief and civic leaders agree this is a long overdue announcement.
And that's what keeps me up at night.
Wichita Police Chief Joe Sullivan says guns too accessible to people experiencing mental health issues, contemplating suicide, or wanting to commit a crime in general. And Kansas crimes with a firearm from 21 to 23 have continued at what some call a high rate. In 21, total crimes with a firearm were at 3,016, including 95 murders, 2,251 ag assaults. In 22, 3,057 total gun crimes with 78 murders and 2,198 ag assaults. Numbers were steady in 23, with a total of 3,120 crimes, 90 murders, and 2,193 ag assaults.
That we're seeing Americans, for the first time maybe in history, really questioning whether it's safe to go to public events.
Chief Sullivan says they continue to do community policing and getting out into the community to events like Unity in the Community over the weekend to find ways to talk to kids and young adults about alternatives to guns.
And many people are trying to find ways to mitigate these senseless homicides, murders, even suicide.
Pastor T. Lamont Holder says local pastors continue to go after ways to change the mentality that guns solve differences. He's hopeful the Surgeon General warning can spark more to get involved on the national level and here in Wichita to find ways to show the next generation we can do better at teaching guns are not the answer to disagreements.
It's a start. I think we're way behind when it comes to really addressing the issue.
Also, Chief Sullivan is hopeful with the Surgeon General calling gun violence a health crisis, this could lead to more resources for things like help with mental health issues and more money for solving gun crimes to hold people accountable. Here for you, Craig Andrus, KSN News 3.